Good morning. It's 9 o'clock on this Thursday, February 26th.
Yeah, and this is 7 News Now, the quickest way to get the news that you need. And Jacob Durham is giving us the news that we need because we understand that it's going to be 70s into the weekend.
Oh, it's going to be 70s, it's going to be 80s, it's going to be warm.
Today?
Yeah, and now Rhonda can buy me some breakfast because I made it warm for her.
There we go.
Thanks, Rhonda.
She said warm temperatures will get her outside.
Sure.
So, since she's outside, might as well stop and get some food.
Exactly. That's the way I'm looking at it out there. And if you're heading out to get a little food this morning, maybe a little bit of breakfast. I've seen a lot of folks getting some coffee this morning to get their day going. It's a little gloomy out there. A little pick-me-up won't hurt nobody, but temperatures have already begun to hit 70 degrees in a couple of locations for you out there. It's 70 in Lake Charles, 66 in Oakdale to 68 in DeRidder. It's 68 in Jennings as well, 66 down towards the Cameron coastline. A lot of this has to deal with our winds. They're out of the south right now, around 10 to 15 miles per hour. These will pick up just a touch through the afternoon. They're not going to be nearly as strong as what we dealt with yesterday, but certainly something that we'll be keeping a close monitor on. With that being said, satellite and radar, most of the rainfall, I wish we were in the Carolinas or maybe back into Tennessee because it's a nice soaking rain. It's nothing terribly heavy, but it's what we need here in southwest Louisiana because it's been so dry lately. As we're talking about that, we'll zoom in here and show you that we've got a couple light showers popping up over towards Vermilion Parish. I'm not seeing anything evidence, though, of rain here in southwest Louisiana at the moment, but hopefully that'll change a little bit as we're heading through the afternoon. Right now, dew points mid to upper 60s, certainly a very humid start to the day. Then your hourly forecast will show you back up to about 77 by this afternoon. Lots of cloud cover around, but we will see more sunshine heading into the weekend. Joining me on First Alert Weather Extra, we're going to break down the timing of today's rain chances and what you can expect for your out the door forecast for your Friday and including the weekend coming up on First Alert Weather Extra at 10 a.m.
All right, Jacob, thanks a lot. Well, another Misty Roberts trial is underway, but not without delays.
Similar to her first trial, which ended in a mistrial, jury selection was paused Monday, while the Third Circuit Court of Appeals considered defense request. The former DeRidder mayor is accused of having sex with a teenager. Court resumed yesterday morning with the judge reading the appeals court ruling, which denied 3 defense motions. Another arrest has been made in a multi-agency investigation targeting sex crimes against minors in Beauregard Parish.
42-year-old Troy Neff of Baton Rouge is in custody as part of Operation Sandbox, where detectives posed as preteens online to identify offenders and says that Neff initiated inappropriate conversations with him. Sheriff Mark Herford says that no actual children were ever in danger, but he wants to warn parents about the dangers of unsupervised internet use. Neff is charged with indecent behavior with juveniles and computer-aided solicitation of minors. And we first told you last month of nearly 20 members of Beauregard Fire District 3 walking out due to concerns regarding Fire Chief Daryl Benford.
Well, after a months-long investigation, board members decided Benford will not return as their chief. Tensions were high at Tuesday's meeting, which was called to discuss allegations made against Benford. Those allegations include falsifying reports, mishandling of calls, and mishandling of funds. According to Benford, this was the first time since his suspension in early November that he's been able to share his perspective. But residents say the end should have come sooner.
This is great for the community. It's been something that needed to happen a while back. A lot of our community members have been mistreated by this chief. And I personally have had to deal with that from my mom being mistreated. I was personally mistreated. Same time ensuring that nobody else in the community has to go through the same traumatic experience that I had to go through.
The board will now begin its search for a new permanent fire chief. Currently, Gary Deere serves as interim. This morning, we're learning more about a late-night chase on I-10 earlier this week. Investigators say it started in Lafayette and ended in a crash in Lacassine. Lafayette police say around 9 Monday night, an officer spotted a vehicle that had been connected to multiple burglaries. Before they could pull the suspect over at the intersection with I-49 South, he took off at a high speed and was chased down the interstate until the officer lost sight of him. But that wasn't the end of it in Lafayette. Jennings Police and State Police picked the chase back up later that night around 11 on I-10, and it continued down I-10 westbound, coming to an end when the suspect crashed on Bork Road Road in Lacassine. Police say the suspect, identified as 26-year-old Rashawn Sterling of Lafayette, was injured in the crash and taken to the hospital. He was later arrested and booked into the Jeff Davis Parish Jail on several counts, including aggravated flight from an officer. His bond was set at $100,000. Sterling also faces another warrant for aggravated flight from an officer in Lafayette and several burglary counts out of Livingston Parish.
And tragic news this morning where Sabine Parish Sheriff's Office confirmed that 71-year-old Richard Edward Watley was found dead. And this happened yesterday after supposedly drowning in Toledo Bend Lake. According to officials, it's unclear how Watley drowned. However, investigators believe that he fell from his boat. Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries are working on this investigation. And an inmate at the Sulphur Jail has died following a medical emergency. Police say correctional officers noticed an inmate having this emergency while making rounds just before midnight on Tuesday. The cause of death is unknown and autopsy results are pending. Police did not identify the inmate or provide any other details. And if you're watching this live stream on your app or online, don't forget you can download the 7 News app straight to your Roku or smart TV.
Thanks for joining us. Now we'll send you back to Local News Live.